Coming up next, the latest on another apparent assassination attempt on former President Trump.
Plus, an overnight fire severely damages a church in the State College area.
And we take you inside a local landmark hotel that's back open after years of renovations. The Center County Report starts now.
Good afternoon, I'm Madison Schmidt.
And I'm Dave Clipper. Thanks for joining us for the Center County Report. Our top story, the investigation into what the FBI says is a second attempted assassination of former President Donald Trump. Body cam video shows the arrest of suspect Ryan Ruth on Sunday in Florida. Secret Service agents opened fire after seeing someone with a gun near Trump's golf club while he was playing. They say Ruth took off, but police caught him. He was in court yesterday and is charged with federal gun crimes, but more charges are likely. Court documents claim Ruth camped outside the golf course with a rifle for nearly 12 hours waiting for Trump. Authorities say he also wrote a book urging Iran to kill Donald Trump.
Both Trump and Kamala Harris are campaigning this week. Harris is in Philadelphia today. After last week's debate, supporters of both candidates here in Central PA are working hard. Declan Stablo reports.
In what was likely their only debate before the November election, presidential candidates Donald Trump and Kamala Harris squared off in Philadelphia a week ago. They attacked each other on numerous issues, including Harris condemning Trump's stance on women's reproductive rights.
The government, and Donald Trump certainly, should not be telling a woman what to do with her body.
While the former president called out Harris on inflation under the Biden administration.
She is Biden. The worst inflation we've ever had. A horrible economy because inflation has made it so bad.
Pennsylvania is a key swing state, and that has voters and organizers in Central PA energized for their candidates. Here in University Park, Penn State's most politically active students from both parties are taking action to help their candidate win over Center County. Both Penn State College Republicans and College Democrats held watch parties on campus for the debate. The Republicans brought in Ginger Gates, wife of Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz, to talk about what issues are most important to them. Gaetz praised the organization's work.
Not only is this a key state for this election, but this group that you have here at Penn State is one of the most activated that we've seen across the country.
One commonly addressed issue among attendees is the economy. Organization President Ryan Klein says his family knows what Trump's policies can do for them.
He has the Tax Cut and Jobs Act that put more money in the pockets of everyday Americans. I come from a middle-class family. My parents, growing up, usually lived paycheck to paycheck, and they never had more in their savings account and in their wallets than when they did when Trump was in office.
At the College Democrats' watch party, they handed out signs, buttons, and food to a large audience. President Baybars Charkas emphasized the importance Center County holds in this year's election.
This community is an island of blue and a sea of deep, deep red, but I believe that we can bring out the vote for Kamala Harris, and I believe that come November 5th, she will be the president-elect of the United States.
Both sides confident their candidate can win. In University Park, I'm Declan Stablo for the Center County Report.
Some media reports that early voting starts in Pennsylvania this week are not true, according to election officials. They say ballots are still being finalized before being sent out.
Also in election news, a new effort is underway to put more emphasis on the issues that voters say are important to them. Michaela Robinson has more on that story.
As voters make their election choices this fall, they're facing an avalanche of campaign ads and media coverage of the races. But is the media covering the issues that are actually important to you? Two organizations with ties to Penn State are trying to make sure they do. The McCourtney Institute for Democracy and the Media Literacy Initiative have teamed up on the Citizens Agenda. One step is to send out surveys to Penn State students, faculty, and staff to find out what they believe are the most important issues. The idea, according to the McCourtney's director, is to flip the way elections and candidates are covered, so the focus is on the voters' concerns.
There is an arrangement with some local media sources to actually focus on those stories. So rather than a kind of top-down, agenda-driven, a top-down system where the agenda is driven by the media and their own commercial interests, it's more of a bottom-up way of developing an agenda of what they should be covering about the campaign.
And one of the benefits of it is that the community starts to trust news orgs more. because they feel like they're not being told what's important, but they're being listened to.
The Citizens Agenda also plans on creating focus groups with students after analyzing the results of the survey, so students can get a better idea of what their peers are also thinking about. Penn State grad student Julie Blush says there are clear benefits to this program.
If you're participating in these things, you're going to be politically aware and get yourself involved. Obviously, it's very important to get out the vote. And I think that if they, number one, have a say or, get their say in what's being talked about, what's circulating in the news, then they're able to kind of, be involved with the issues they care most about.
The last day to register to vote for the 2024 election is October 21st. Visit vote.gov to sign up and register to vote and get your voices heard. Reporting for the Center County Report, I'm Michaela Robinson.
For more information on the Citizens Agenda and how to take the survey, visit the website newsliteracy.psu.edu.
Penn State is pushing for an extra $30 million in state funding to support its general budget. The university says the money is crucial for improving educational opportunities, keeping in-state tuition affordable, and enhancing academic programs. Penn State's funding has stayed flat at $242 million since 2020. This new request is part of a larger effort to address financial challenges and boost resources for students. Penn State President Neely Bendapudi met with student media recently to answer questions about news topics, including the university's finances. She talked about how serious the budget situation was when she arrived.
I decided that when I came here 2 years ago that we needed to at least highlight the problem because one of the things was I don't think that I fully realized what was happening and recognize that many of our faculty, staff, board members, broader community didn't realize how much that disparity had grown from the 1980s on.
Bendapudi says Penn State contributes more than $12 billion annually to Pennsylvania's economy, but funding per in-state student ranks below the national average.
Penn State has unveiled its newest and largest academic building, marking a milestone in its expansion. The new Engineering Collaborative Research and Education Building in University Park is a $228 million project and officially opened its doors to students after breaking ground in 2021. This 5-story facility features labs and a dedicated research space, providing advanced resources for the College of Engineering. And a landmark building on the Penn State campus is open again after years of renovations. Jack Kiefer takes you inside.
The newly renovated Nittany Lion Inn on Penn State's campus is officially back open. The iconic landmark is welcoming guests after a closure that began more than 4 years ago. Since it opened in 1931, the inn has been a cornerstone of the Penn State community. The university used the inn to house students during the pandemic, then closed it and sold it to the Scholar Hotel Group 2 years ago. Since then, it's undergone more than $10 million in renovations. The new inn has new dining options, including a cafe and bakery. From a renovated lobby to refurbished guest rooms, the inn has seen a complete makeover. The Nittany Lion Inn is one of 5 properties managed by the Scholar Hotel Group in State College.
The 93-year-old inn holds a special place in the heart of the Penn State community. After 4 years of closure, the inn has finally reopened and is ready to welcome back visitors as we enter the busiest part of football season. In State College, I'm Jack Kiefer for the Center County Report.
We repeatedly asked Nittany Lion Inn management for an on-camera interview, but they unfortunately declined.
A major federal funding boost is on its way to another project, the Calderway Project in State College. The multi-year construction effort is getting almost $16 million. The goal is to create safer pedestrian and bike roads downtown. Replacing aging utility infrastructure is also part of the plan. The awarded funds cover 65% of the total for future phases of the project. Construction goes through 2027. And a new Goodwill donation center is now open in State College. The center on Hawbaker Industrial Drive is open daily from 10 until 6. Unlike the Benner Pike location, this new facility will not feature retail operations managed by Goodwill. Industries of North Central PA, the center is expected to create up to 8 new jobs. A ribbon-cutting ceremony is scheduled for next week.
Investigators are searching for the cause of a fire at a local church. It happened early Saturday at Woody Crest United Methodist Church in Patton Township. The fire seriously damaged the building on Clearview Avenue and caused a partial collapse. One firefighter was taken to the hospital with an injury.
Still to come on the Center County Report, will we see rain here from a tropical weather system?
Plus, Penn State football gets ready for Saturday's game after a bye week.
Also coming up, creepy crawlers and carnivorous plants. We take you to a popular event where bugs are the star attraction.
No. Penn State's dairy herd is now officially certified as free of avian influenza, or HPAI. After weeks of testing by the Animal Diagnostic Lab, the herd has met all requirements under Pennsylvania's health monitoring program. No HPAI was detected in any milk samples. The Department of Agriculture has encouraged all dairy farms in the state to enroll in its voluntary monitoring program.
And it wasn't animals, but bugs that attracted all the attention at the annual insect fair at Penn State. Antonio Fondacaro takes a closer look.
You got a bug! That's cool!
Bugs, bugs, and more bugs. Crickets, beetles, bees, and so much more. In State College, Pennsylvania, inside the Snyder Agricultural Arena, hails the Great Penn State Bug Fair, a place for adults and kids alike to explore the wonders of the insect world. The Penn State Bug Fair began in 1993, starting out as an event exclusive to the Penn State College of Agriculture. Now, in its 31st rendition, various community organizations have joined the fair, adding to the bug extravaganza. Making the trip from California, the Sonoran Desert Millipede is one of the many stars showcased live at the event.
This is a Sonoran Desert Millipede. This one's name is Amtrak.
Amtrak?
Yeah.
If live bugs aren't much your style, there are a variety of activities to get involved in. Face painting, arts and crafts, and even a nice cold Italian ice. Event coordinator Michael Scavarla oversees the massive event.
So the fair is pretty similar to when I started 7 years ago. We're here in the Snyder Agricultural Arena. We've been here for a couple of years. Many years ago, we've been at other places like the Bryce Jordan Center.
Visitors are abuzz with excitement, exploring everything from the interactive insect zoo to the fascinating world of backyard bees. Guests received a sweet taste of local honey while learning about the essential role bumblebees play in our ecosystem.
The Penn State Bug Fair is a place for people of all ages to enjoy the wonders of the Penn State Entomology Department.
From the Center County Report, I'm Antonio Fondacaro.
What type of bug is it?
Well, if you're not a fan of a few scattered showers, the forecast for tomorrow may bug you just a little bit. But let's start with a live look over the Arboretum right now, and you'll notice lots of clouds around, certainly different from earlier this week when we had plenty of blue skies. Right now, a temperature of 66 degrees at the Arboretum, and we're even starting to see just a little bit of color showing on the trees, a sure sign that fall is on the way. As a matter of fact, that color actually comes in just a bit earlier when we have a dry September like we're having. So interesting to see out there. Temperatures right now, 66 here in State College. We're in the low 70s across much of eastern Pennsylvania, 72 in Harrisburg, 73 in Allentown, 77 up on the lakeshore in Erie as well. So it's a warm day and above average when you consider that today's average high temperature in State College is only about 72 degrees. So temperatures will remain above average today. Today will also remain dry. It's the 9th dry day that we've had in a row here in State College, but tomorrow that comes to an end with a chance for some scattered showers. I don't think it will be a washout, but that chance will exist throughout the day. Clouds have been building over the course of the morning from the south, and when you zoom out, you can see why. This area of tropical moisture moving in that was once called potential tropical cyclone 8, but it never strengthened up enough to get a catchy name like a tropical storm, moving up north, going to be fighting a little bit with some high pressure over the next few hours or so, and that means that it will make it difficult for these showers to become any more than scattered tomorrow. This afternoon, we should stay dry, lots of clouds around, but temperatures climbing into the mid-70s, so it will feel very comfortable, just a touch above average for this time of year. And this evening, temperatures will be warmer than they were yesterday evening, upper 50s to 60s with mostly cloudy skies. So let's look at the futurecast for tomorrow. You can see the rain showers arriving in the morning hours. Again, nothing widespread, but the chance does exist throughout the day for some scattered showers. I also do think there are portions of the area across the northern tier that could stay completely dry through the day tomorrow without seeing any of these showers. As we head toward the afternoon hours, they begin to fizzle out just a little bit, and we could even see a few peaks of sunshine before we have another chance for some showers late in the evening. So just keep an umbrella with you if you're heading out throughout the day. But temperatures over the next few days here, you can see remaining above that average high of 72 degrees and even climbing into the 80s as we head toward Friday into Saturday as well. Take a look at the 7-day forecast. Lots of sunshine icons as we head through Friday and Saturday. And that's good news for the Penn State versus Kent State game on Saturday. However, if you got burnt at Bowling Green like I did, make sure you pack your sunscreen once again.
Thanks so much, Tyler. You know, as long as the weather is good for this weekend's game, that's all that matters to me.
I agree, Madison.
And now we're going to toss it over to sports with our lovely Gianna Brown.
We check in on a big high school football matchup as Hollidaysburg looked in to stay unbeaten. And as the Nittany Lions move past their bye week, you'll hear from James Franklin and a football beat writer as the team gets ready for Saturday's game. I'm Gianna Brown with sports. After a much-needed bye week, Penn State football is back in action this Saturday against Kent State. But will the week off fix what slowed down the Nittany Lions against Bowling Green? The Nittany Lions are gearing up to face Kent State this weekend, fresh off an early and much-needed bye week. After a promising start on the road against West Virginia, the Lions faced an unexpected challenge at home against Bowling Green, winning by only one touchdown.
So that created some challenges for us. And allowed us some opportunities to get those things cleaned up in the second half and really moving forward.
The Lions fell behind in the first half, but corrected many mistakes and had more success in the second half. Penn State beat writer Audrey Snyder of The Athletic says this Saturday's opponent may be just what the team needs.
You have like the best possible get-back game coming up with Kent State, where you are playing one of the worst teams in college football. So again, it's like you have a perfect opportunity to put this all together.
Penn State fell from 8th to 10th in the AP poll this week, but they're a huge favorite over the Golden Flashes, who lost 71-0 to Tennessee on Saturday.
That's why I always say winning is hard. There's a lot of teams across the country that are sad Saturday night, and you want to do everything you possibly can to make sure you're not one of them.
While this week's game against the Golden Flashes may not be Penn State's toughest matchup, their performance this weekend will still set the standard for the remainder of the season. Kickoff on Saturday is 3:30 p.m., and you can listen live to the game on Penn State Com Radio. Over to high school football, State College beat Cumberland Valley on Friday to move to 3-1 on the season. And in Hollidaysburg, the Golden Tigers fought to stay undefeated against Butler. Here's After the Whistle reporter Jack Rachinski with more on that game.
In 2023, Hollidaysburg was our After the Whistle most improved team, going from 2-8 to 5-6. Now they're 4-0, and the Golden Tigers had the stands full tonight.
It feels great, honestly. Like all the crowd is all behind us, so it feels amazing.
Butler had only one loss entering the game. At the end of the first, a touchdown, pick six, and surprise onside kick catapulted the Golden Tigers to a 17-0 lead. The fast start led to a cruise control finish with an eventual 24-0 win. The defense held Butler scoreless, highlighted by 3 first-half interceptions by the Hollidaysburg defense and Mitchell Baroner's pair of touchdowns.
They're working. We lost Hunter Albright, but our younger guys have really stepped up and filled his hole. We've been getting better at snaps and everything, and I just really think our line pulled through for us tonight.
Tiger Stadium was jumping, and they had plenty to cheer for.
I just love our community. I mean, it's definitely a football community, and we
the student body is exciting, and the fans come out to support us, and I just love to seeing that in high school football. That's what it's all about.
The Golden Tigers look to keep their unbeaten record alive against Mifflinburg next Friday. For After the Whistle, I'm Jack Raczynski.
Be sure to watch our sports show After the Whistle to see high school football highlights from around the area. It airs at 11:30 p.m. on our YouTube channel, PSU Belisario College Student Media. Penn State women's volleyball is back on our court tomorrow at Pitt. The team is coming off a sweep in the Penn State Invitational Tournament over the weekend. The number 3 Lions went 3-0, beating St. John's, Duke, and Princeton, and did not lose a set the entire weekend. The Nittany Lions are still unbeaten this season. Penn State women's soccer is now 7-1 on the season after a win on senior night. The Nittany Lions were dominant early in the first half on Sunday, taking a 2-goal lead over Columbia, as Columbia scored 1 goal in the 84th minute. Penn State grabbed a 2-1 win. They'll take on Northwestern at home Thursday night. That's all for sports. Now back to you, Dave and Madison.
Thanks so much, Gianna. Hopefully that 3:30 kickoff will be a good win for the Nittany Lions this Saturday. Coming up next, a State College native is competing for a unique world championship. Find out more about Gail McCormick's journey overseas after the break. A State College resident is heading overseas to compete in the World Jigsaw Puzzle Championship. Gail McCormick has been competing in puzzle events since during the pandemic. She started by competing on Zoom and 4 years later holds the first place title for the Pennsylvania Speed Puzzling Championship. The World Jigsaw Championship is set to begin this weekend in Spain. McCormick says she's up against some tough competition and her main goal is to make it to the final round. Well, good luck to her. That's all for today's newscast. We hope you'll join us Friday for our next local news update.
And you can follow us anytime for breaking news on our Center County Report X, and you can see our stories on our Facebook page, Instagram, YouTube, and our website. Have a great afternoon.